So, which means since we're all here, we can head into our roleplay warm-up, our recap, and then our session. So, roleplay warm-up. Do you have a desire to travel? Where would you go?
I can go first. Oh my God, I love to travel, but it has to have music because without music there is no joy in life, and without no joy in life it is just boring.
Theod would go wherever opportunity can be found. He likes a challenge. He wants to seek out a challenge. He's willing to travel far. He doesn't really know a lot about this land. But as far as he needs to go to test his burgling skills, which was his primary motivation for taking this job at Candlekeep. We'll see how that plays out.
In the immediate term, Lara has a strong desire to travel back to Waterdeep as she has unfinished business with a certain orc. In general, she doesn't really think much about traveling. She's usually happy to be wherever she is as long as she's with her person. But she does enjoy whenever assignments at the Batten Down Garrison involve accompanying a ship between ports. She gets to see new cities for a short time, and it's fully funded through her work, which she thinks has got to be the best way to travel.
For Ellerine would be quite interested in traveling to a lot of places. As someone who grew up in the biggest melting pot of the universe, presumably, she's got a taste for numerous cultures, but never went there. She's hard-pressed to pick one place. That being said, her desire to travel would be conditional on her current situationship.
For Leotra, no, not really. She enjoys being home. She enjoys being in the woods. There definitely are some wild beasts that she would love to be able to see one day, which would technically involve some travel, so maybe. But she's perfectly content to just be at home and travel in and out of Waterdeep as needed for supplies and things.
Thank you. Well, then I believe we have a volunteer for our recap.
I think that's me. Okay. So we started off by going to speak to Kazrin. Harhar asks if she's seen a bitter hag somewhere, and just kept referring to her as a bitter hag, which Lara found very entertaining. Kazrin seems frail and doesn't seem to handle the cold very well. I think she was wearing multiple layers and had a hot drink with her. She did confirm that she used to have a thing with the keeper, but it had ended years ago because they had wanted different things. She also said that she is involved romantically with Alai currently. And when we asked where she was at the time of the murder, she says she was in her room with Alai. She did confirm that there was tension over dinner and that Silvira was the first to leave. She is a magic user, but she's not specialized in anything really. She seems to be more of an admin type of person at Candlekeep. We asked if she knew who knew how to cast Disguise Self, and she just said that most people at Candlekeep would know how to do that. Regarding the annual meeting with the great readers and tomekeeper, on her way to hers, she witnessed the end of a squabble between the keeper and Silvira, and she noticed that one of the chairs was smoking and heard Silvira call him a traitor. Lara tried to get a read on her during this explanation, but she seemed to be hard to read. We also learned that the annual meetings, take place in the keeper's quarters, so that was business as usual. We asked if she noticed if Silvira looked sick as she left dinner, but she didn't notice. We asked if the keeper ever spoke to her about his Discoveries book, but she said no. We also just made a general, I think, observation that there's no real fires anywhere in Candlekeep except for at the hearth. So it's very cold in most of the campus buildings, and she wishes us well in our investigations. Next, we go interrogate Telez in the Arcanium Library. Lara tries and fails to intimidate him. He's a real piece of work. We eventually leave learning almost nothing, but he was looking at a book on curses. We head back to our office. Eliatra takes a nap on a bookcase. Lara asks Jitters if this place has a gym, and we learn about the training area. There's a knock at the door. A gnome chanter arrives. I believe his given name was Shit. I don't have Fantasy Name Generator open right now, but he likes to go by Loban for short. He was there to see if we want to attend the memorial service, which is going to be held within the oratory. Eliatra decides to take a long rest, and Bandit acts as an emotional support animal for Jitters. Lara and Ellerine decide to go to the training grounds with Jitters accompanying them. And while we're there, we notice that there are guards on the towers of the inner area of Candlekeep. Laura goes into a rage and goes to town on one of the training dummies. Githyanki comes down to see what's up. Her name is Growl. There is a brief, somewhat sad snowball fight that happens, and Jitters was a real stick in the mud about all of it. Ellerine learns that there is a rumor of Beast of Candlekeep. Shadows stalking, hunting creatures. After we leave the training grounds, we go to the hearth to warm up and have a drink. But while this is happening, Theod and Harhar go to look for Alai. Harhar is dressed in her robe and is pretending to be her own adjutant. And I believe rolled some ridiculously high number in the 20s on her performance. They do find Alai, who flirts with Harhar, but also confirms he's romantically spoken for. He confirms what we already heard about dinner and the tension that was happening. He hypothesizes that maybe people weren't happy with the reviews, or maybe the tension between Silvira and the Keeper were causing others to be uncomfortable. He mentions that Feminor took a risk with a project called Shits, but it didn't pan out. She bit off more than she could chew, and Genasi had disbanded it. We learned that Alai is an enchanter, and he thinks maybe some of his projects weren't his best, because Genasi had pointed that out and said he expected better in the coming year. Harhar does a reading on him and realizes he's full of shit when he says this. They ask him about the fennel that he supposedly bought at the apothecary, and he claims it helps with digestion in case he overate at dinner. He confirms that he had gone to the apothecary before going to the supper. Theod takes a peek inside of his satchel and finds a spell book, some gloves, a penknife, and inkwells. Theod tries reading the book but is caught and asks where the fennel is and starts rubbing his tummy as if it's upset. And then Alai confirms the alibi that Kazrin had said that they were both staying in Kazrin's quarters. And then Alai also mentions a drunk named Daryl. A bunch of us meet up at the hearth and then head over to the memorial service, which is where we catch up with Eliatra. Har informs Lara. I almost forgot the name of my own character. That's great. That potentially there should be some kind of a drinking contest between Lara and Daryl in the hopes that we can get some information out of him. At the actual memorial service, Kai is at the pulpit. There's some somber chanting. Kai does a little speech. Lara notices he's uncomfortable or perhaps seems rattled. The first reader, Skoda, I don't know that I can't read my writing, is carrying the burden in Genesi's absence. Eliatra, Ellerine, and Theod hear a figure speaking to his neighbor about the 99th prophecy and how it's coming true. I believe it was a dwarf that was speaking. Harhar, Lara, and Ellerine notice Telez is not present, and neither is the gate warden or Silvira or Daryl, which is the drunk guy. Lara notices that a watcher comes in and heads over to Alai and hands him a book that is locked. After the service, Bookworm comes over to us and thanks us for coming and tells us where the house of rest is and that they will be having a post-service supper at the hearth, and then asks that we come see her in the morning. As we leave the place where the service was held, Eliatra and Ellerine look up as chimes ring out, and they notice a hulking dark figure nimbly swinging down the bell tower. It sort of looks like a giant ape, but has a massive tail, and it's only there for a moment, and then it's gone. Eliatra points this out to everyone, and Ellerine provides everyone else an update on the rumor she heard from Growl, and then we ended heading back to the hearth.
That is entirely accurate of a recap. Go ahead, take a +3 for any roll in this session.
Thank you.
So, as we come back to the hearth, I should probably put some more people in here. It's a little bit more filled out now. What would you like to do?
Theod will go warm his hands by the fire.
Easily done.
I'll go sit beside Theod, I think. I'm sort of the most comfortable with him out of anyone in this group so far.
Alright. So, Theod, Eliatra, by the fire warming up, you can smell, of course, the smoke, the charcoal, You also can, this close to the bar and kitchen, smell the ale and food, as there is again a post-service sort of gathering here, a memorial dinner.
Harhar is going to kind of go into the corner and start playing like a melancholic tune on her harp, but also just kind of like watching the crowd.
Yeah.
Before Har starts with the harp, Lara's just gonna lean in and be like, "So do you know what Dare Bear looks like?
What?
The guy that's supposed to be drinking with, do you know what he looks like?"
No. Oh my god. Am I supposed to know? Was I
Well,
not
you were
paying
the one. You were the one who told me I was supposed to drink with this guy.
I don't know what he looks like.
You guys have seen
Okay.
him once before.
Have we?
He was
Okay.
all the great readers, save for Silvira, were in that meeting, the initial one.
Oh, the council thingy.
Yeah.
I know. He has a robe.
Great. Lara's just gonna yell, "Daryl!"
A few of the figures nearby will point to a gentleman who's like hunched over the bar.
Lara is just going to give just a big smile to whoever pointed her in the right direction and just bounce across the room. Order herself a drink.
Yeah, easily done. You see next to you, this sort of tall, barrel-chested man, salt and pepper, hair and beard, and he's pretty toasty at this point. And as soon as you sort of sit down, he looks and gives a smile, though you can see that it's perhaps not the most genuine. Oh, look. It's Faerun's most famous detective. Bookworms, brown noses, I'm going to call you. Because you like to stick your nose in other people's business.
Hey man, I came here looking for a drink and I heard you were fun to drink with.
Yeah, you know what? You get your friends over here bumming. Found the spiced brandies for me and the brown noses. Don't worry, it's my treat.
You're so funny. Lara's gonna pound the first one back. She's got to catch up a little bit. I should have been thinking about what I was gonna ask this guy.
Yeah, otherwise he's just throwing them back.
Yeah, I mean, Lara's gonna play a little bit of catch up, and then she's just gonna be like, "So what is it you do here? Because like, I don't know, all the people I talk to, they just seem so boring. No offense
Well,
to
right
the
about
people that work
that.
here."
What I do around here is get fucking unappreciated.
Well, man, that pains me to hear that. That's a real fucking shame.
I'm gonna send or I'm gonna send Laura a message and say, ask whose business it is if it's not ours.
I mean, we were gonna put in like a tight spot, Dear Bear. I'm not gonna lie with you. We kind of are forced to be looking into this business in order to get the book we came here for, so that we can leave. Um, so like, is there someone else whose business this is that could do a better job so that we could get out of here? I'm so bored.
As he has this spiced brandy and he takes a healthy swig of it, puts it down. You know what? If there is someone out there, I rightly don't give a shit. I know it's not your business. It won't really be my business. Everyone here, they've all got the stories that they're wishing to hide into the shadows.
Are any of those stories good?
Well, good after I can get my hands on them. Half the great readers, they'd do anything to get their hands on the top job. I would have put it past most of them to have done the deed themselves.
Above table, he's a great reader too, right?
Yep.
Um,
No.
I have no idea what just happened.
Oh, at least you weren't gone long, so.
I just all of a sudden was just not here anymore. I'm like, oh, okay, well. I'm trying to think if enough time has passed and if I've done enough drinking with this guy to ingratiate myself with him a little bit.
We'll make
to just
this
be a little bit more like camaraderie. That's not a word. To be like a little more friendly with me.
We'll make this a two-part roll. The first roll will be a Constitution saving throw.
Great. That's a 22.
Alright, you've been drinking a while, you're starting to feel toasty, but you are not anywhere close to being, out of your wits. Um,
I'm also trying to like play it up by speaking as if I'm tipsier than I am.
Alright. The next roll I'll have you make to see if you are, able to sort of pry a little bit more out of him. It's going to be a persuasion roll.
Okay. I'm gonna add my +3 to this one because I've got a +0, so that makes that a 15.
Alright, a 15. This is your first time really talking to Daryl, so you don't really have the best of ideas of what it might take to really be his friend, but he's talking easily enough now, so you might be in good straits to take more chances with the information you're trying to get.
I mean, a guy like you seem pretty sharp. You must have heard things. What's the most interesting, like, gossip you've heard about the other great readers? Please, Dare Bear, please. I am so bored. I'm so bored.
Ain't anything interesting here. Yeah, so the best kept secret. You can fucking call it that. Maybe our beloved leader finally got some cojones to stand up to his little devil tramp. Not that she would have liked that. No, no. Oh, wouldn't it be rich if she was the one that ended up killing that old codger?
It would be super boring, though, if that was the case. Like,
Boring?
that story's been told 100 times.
It is a story that they write plays and poems about for a reason. It's all, it's lyrical, you know. You don't expect it to actually happen, and so a metaphor, that's the word. Betrayals happening, and the wedding babe, the bed that you warm yourself in, the closest to your heart. It'd be a right joy to see it happen right in front of your eyes.
Lara's also trying very hard not to punch this guy in the face for talking about another devil tramp in front of another devil tramp.
Well, he does not seem to share the same opinion about you, so.
Yet. Okay. I had something where my mind was going, and now it has escaped me. Can I do an insight check on this guy when he's talking about Silvira to see if I think he has a thing for Silvira?
As you look at Daryl in this moment, Silvira? No. But there does seem to be some complicated emotions there, so maybe it's dealing with the other half.
Okay. There's a retroactive question I wish we could ask. Was it Queenie? What was the cat's name?
Queenie was the cat's name, yes.
Oh, yes! Hell yes! I got it right. Anyway. Okay. Does he seem... The vibes that I'm getting from the way he described how exciting it would be to see this, something that you would only see happen in a play, happen before your very eyes. Am I getting the sense that how into that idea does he see? Because I'm getting vibes that he'd be like super that. Like, he would love for that to have happened. Like, maybe he did it.
He seems intrigued with the idea. Maybe not, what you're really getting here is that there is, in the wake of the memorial service and the tragedy that has happened, a lack of apparent mourning and instead almost manic jubilation, drowned, of course, in the spirits that he is imbibing. But given on what he's said so far, he perhaps is some sort of penman himself, and draws an idea that, to see something that would only be written actually unfold could be novel in the experience that he has painted with so much dismay in the brief conversation we've had.
Okay. Oh man, this guy is an aspiring playwright.
Maybe a little worse than a playwright.
Well, that was my nice way of putting it. Like, I had to see you at the service.
Yeah. No way I was going to that.
I mean, I didn't really either, but appearances,
Yeah, that's another reference to the name that I'm calling you all. Keeping up your appearances and...
I mean, what would you do in my position, man? I came here for a friggin' book, and they said they won't give us the book until we figure out this nonsense. I don't want to be here. I just want to get what I came for and leave.
If I was in your shoes, I'd say fuck the book. I'd say screw it. Let's go somewhere else. But I'm here.
Where would you be if you weren't here?
Waterdeep. Maybe even Neverwinter. One of the great cities. Inspiration. Appreciation for my work.
Oh yeah, Waterdeep is the best. Oh, I could tell you the name of a really good dive bar if you find yourself there.
I strive for things better than that.
Well, why are you still here then? If you'd rather be elsewhere, what's keeping you here?
Responsibilities, so guess that I don't have none of those now.
above table, is there anything anyone else wants me to ask this guy?
What specific responsibilities he has?
I mean, responsibilities, schmonsibilities. Like, everyone deserves a vacation. Like, what is so important that you can't fuck off for a little while?
Apparently, Candlekeep's all standing.
Oh shit, like this entire place rests on your shoulders.
That's what
It's a drag.
Janussi made it out to be. Our end of year meeting, Philistine wanted me to sell off my priceless works of poetry. All to find the worthless tomes of demonic planes of existence that no sane person would ever visit. All to please his little tart. Tell you what, he was never fit to be the keeper of tomes. All he is an uneducated bookseller. What he was. Oh, God's bless whoever bumped him off.
I mean, but he sounds like a piece of work. Like that Telez guy.
Oh, don't
Piece of work.
get me started on it. He's a deluded old git. And though he was first in line last time, the keeper of Tome's position was up for grabs. I wouldn't. Revenge served over the course of decades. Another great story to see.
Audio kind of cut out for me for a little bit. What was the very last thing that he said?
Another great story to see.
All right. Is everyone satisfied with this scene?
Maybe ask. I also have message, so I can message you too. Maybe ask him who he thinks did it, just to get a read on, you know.
You strike me as someone who has an eye for a good story. If you were writing this as a play or a poem, pick your medium, who would you have had killed him?
We've seen, of course, the false lover and the all right. Of course, you've got the right hand man. That's a good one. Bookworm. I've heard things about Dragon Ball. I hear that they'll eat their young if they're hungry. Can't rule her out if she seems the type, don't you think? Ruthless. A lie. A lie, even more. Preening cock that he is. He wants to rule the roost.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
But if I was writing it, I'd be a genius. I'd go for the one that no one saw coming. The demure, the quiet. Feminine was downright seething about the dissolution of her precious shit. That one, she's got a steely nature hidden under everything. She would have done it if I was writing it.
That would be a kick-ass story.
Hey, poetry. They'd have bards singing it across the grounds far and wide.
Lara's gonna raise whatever's left of whichever drink she's currently on, and she's just gonna raise it out to toast it and be like, well, here's hoping you very soon get the recognition that you deserve.
And he raises his glass and then downs it.
I clink the air, I guess, and then down the rest of mine.
Now, the hearth is not a small place. All of you would have been able to overhear everything that Daryl just said.
Lara was not keeping her voice down.
Yeah.
Some more time has passed. Can I make another con save?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, it's getting worse. It's a
All right.
15.
You are not on the side of tipsy anymore. You're getting into drunk. You're not blackout. You can still talk. You have your wits, but getting up too quickly and turning corners a little too fast definitely rocks your world.
I'm gonna get up, slap a hand on the bar, and be like, Dare Bear, it's been a pleasure. I gotta go pee. And then I'm just gonna wander off.
All right.
Can Theod be listening into any other conversations that might be going on in the room?
For sure, Theod can be doing so. They just seem to be conversations in regards to some dealing with, the memorial service that you all had witnessed. Others just, normal chatter. Nothing really seems to be jumping out at Theod.
Har has switched from her melancholic harp to a drum and is essentially leading a corner of great readers in the equivalent of Sweet Caroline.
Yeah. Just normal avowed. The only great reader that you can see here clearly is Daryl, but
Then readers.
yeah, the regular readers.
Yep.
And they are fully into it. So there is one portion of the hearth that it is fairly lively.
I'm gonna turn to Theod and ask, do you think Fushadi likes this song?
No.
Good.
Why?
Why, what?
Why ask?
Oh, well, Moon Elves are so boring, and like this song is so boring. You know? Do you think Moon Elves are boring?
Only seen one.
Yeah, what did you think of her?
Boring.
Yeah, right. I don't know. She seemed like really into guarding the door, though. That's kind of cool. Like, it's good to have passions.
Responsible.
Yeah. I'm just gonna turn back to the fire awkwardly and not say anything else.
Lara's very wobbly, like bopping to the drum beats.
Yeah, easily done.
Theod Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Theod was just gonna turn and look at Lara. You okay?
I'm great.
You great.
I love this song.
Ellering's doing a lot of the same. She's like sitting there in place, like kind of half bobbing along with it. Definitely out of rhythm just a little bit. Like always just a little bit off from what the beat is, but her ears flop just a tiny bit when she bobs back and forth. Like she's listening, but she's also like half oblivious to everyone else here. It's kind of on time.
Lara's also trying really hard to remember a detail she observed while she was talking to Dare Bear, but he's like 10 feet away, so she doesn't want to comment on it now. So she's just trying to think about it really hard so that when they
Full
get out of here, she
concentration look.
remembers. So she's got a weird look on her face because she's trying to concentrate, but she's also getting distracted by the music. And she also probably does really need to pee by this point.
I'm gonna ask her if she's okay. You okay?
I'm fine.
You-
It's so great.
Do you?
I love this song.
You said that.
I know this isn't what the spell is for, but could I offer her a good berry as like a filling meal to perhaps slightly sober her up?
Good berry as the club meal? Hell yeah. Do you like try and conjure up something a little bit more savory than sweet?
A savory good berry.
A savory good berry.
It still looks like a berry, but it
Yeah.
tastes like
Dude, man,
roast chicken.
pumpkins are berries. You can make a savory good berry.
Okay. I was gonna say
my
it tastes like
God.
chicken fingers.
A PSL berry. I'm here for this.
Is this the berry from Waffle House?
Yeah, fantasy Waffle House, which is what it's called in this universe.
It's just,
No, it's just Waffle House in every universe.
it's just-
That shit's fucking liminal.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like I can take a spell slot and cast
Yeah.
Goodberry and then have them, and then I'll have like 9 more or something. So if we need them for anything, I'll just have them for today anyway.
If anyone else gets drunk, you can just start like,
If
here,
you
this way.
we're hungry or goes down a battle or like
What, man?
By the way, if you use it in battle, you have to do it like they do in The Princess Bride. You have to shove the berry in the mouth, and they do the whole bit. That's the only way it
Yeah.
works.
hmm
It's only mostly dead.
Only mostly dead.
Oh.
So yeah, I make a savory Waffle House berry.
I love that.
Laura.
Take an inspiration for that.
I already have an inspiration.
You can bounce that off to someone else then.
Okay. I'll give it to Theod. I feel like he was riffing there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't spit my that's my purse, I don't know you alarm inspiration yet.
Lara takes the berry on questioning and then is very confused because it doesn't taste like a berry.
I feel, I feel like that's somehow worse for someone who's like on the right side of drunk.
I mean, what the hell kind of berry is this? It tastes amazing.
I figured you wouldn't want something sweet, so I tried to make it taste like Waffle House.
I knew it tasted familiar. Hell yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does it help? Am I at least
I will say that
steadier?
I will say that you're a bit steadier. It's not much, but it's somewhat. You can concentrate a little easier, we'll say.
Okay.
That's what I was hoping for anyway. I figured it wasn't going to cure drunkenness, but just kind of,
I'm just trying real hard, guys, to remember something important.
Oh yeah, what's that? I'll help you remember.
I gotta. I mean, if I could tell you now, I wouldn't have to remember it.
Can I message her and be like, what is it?
A dare bear, his tongue is black.
Oh,
ew. Like the keeper. Didn't he have... Lara's drunken babbling probably exceeds the limits of the message spell, so it just gets cut off mid-description.
I mean, technically it is a cantrip, so I could just keep casting it, but I also kind of don't want to listen to the drunken babble, so I just kind of nod and don't cast it again.
Alright. So, you don't have to stay at the hearth. You do have, of course, rooms at the House of Rest. That's where you put down a lot of your more cumbersome items when you arrived here. As it has just been a single day.
Feels like a week.
I know, right?
Do we want to leave our board alone for that long? Our conspiracy board? I'm not asking for any other reason. that I might want to go back over there. You know.
Can't imagine.
It was very politely said that even though you are special guests, you do not have access after hours.
Oh. Well, who's enforcing that though?
Probably the guards.
AKA.
I've got one of those.
I'm pretty sure I'm still wearing my robe, so we could try.
I mean, if you guys want to go sleep in like the regular quarters, like I wouldn't mind just sort of guarding the thing, you know, staying in that room. I already slept on top of the bookshelf in there and it was fine. So I'm like acting very awkward about I'm like visibly kind of um like moving around a lot. Like I'm just acting weird.
I'm gonna like wiggle my eyebrows at Laura, but she likely does not understand what I'm saying.
Nope. I was leaning in like, did I miss something?
After a few moments of like the pacing, Bandit is going to like flutter off of Leotra's shoulder and like onto Theod's head and just like pointed eye contact with Leotra before starting to preen and clean himself.
I'm gonna look down at Theod. What?
Bird. You guard chalkboard. He just slowly turns into a thumbs up. He's very concerned that there's a bird on his head.
Oh, he likes you. He only sits on people's heads if he likes them.
You get a second thumbs up, but he's not moving.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals. We're gonna rest anyway. What's up, Bandit?
You are moving around much too much.
What? Your little wing's getting tired?
It's different when we're out in the forest on a hunt. This is pacing. I've never seen you pace before.
Listen, little guy, okay? I'm just having a moment, okay? I don't know what to do with it. It's my moment.
If I am being frank, as your companion, I think you should find nesting materials and offer them.
Reacting to that. Nesting materials? What do you mean?
Yes, something that would catch her eye.
Who's that?
The one at the door.
Why would what? Why would I want to catch her eye?
Because we've only been dealing with her recently, besides our companions, and in the long time on the road, you've never paced with them.
Bandit, you've never steered me wrong, okay? What do you think of her? What do you think of that moon elf?
She's very dedicated.
Yeah. It's annoying, isn't it?
It could be, if applied in a way that was foolish. She does not seem a fool. She is
What
good
kind of
looking.
nesting materials?
I think a ribbon.
I'm gonna turn to Har. Do you have any ribbons I could have?
Let me look. Let me look. I have a costume that I can wear that is of just like a very sweet, innocent little girl, and I will take the blue ribbon from that and dangle it in front of her. Here you go.
Did you establish what Hushadi as a moon elf, what color her skin is?
I believe she has
Is it blue?
I believe she has a sort of pale purple skin.
Oh,
Let
I
me-
take the ribbon and I'm like, yeah, this is good. It would look it wouldn't blend in, but it'd complement.
So
And I just
good.
gotta cut myself off. Okay. And I just kind of stand there holding this ribbon, staring at it. Isn't that room where they like is like right off the hearth, isn't it? Or am I misremembering?
You had a room right off the hearth that Bookworm was
Okay.
able to
I
get
feel like this
summoned.
is yeah, I feel like this is the second time I've asked that. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I
So like
cannot remember.
the hearth can expand on like need basis. You'd go over to
Yeah.
Brygon to do that. Or you can go to the House of Healing, which has like actual rooms.
Okay. Well, I have this ribbon now, so thank you, her.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Mm.
I do have, if you need it, this really cool box that can play romantic music. You just ask me. You just let me know if you need it. Happy to let you borrow.
Okay.
It can also scream, so it can do that too. Just whatever you need, whatever you need.
Kind of give a thumbs up and sit back down. Stopped pacing.
Okay. As soon as you stop pacing, Bandit flies off of Theod and back to Eliatra.
A big exhale of relief out of Theod. He's checking his hood.
Your hood
Is anything left behind?
is fine.
Very relieving.
Okay, back to solving the murder.
Once Laura's not drunk, she's got some theories.
You guys want to go to bed?
Yeah, tired.
Theod just starts leaving without saying anything. He knows a good idea when he hears it.
I'm gonna chase after Theod and be like, Theod, snuggles!
Theod sprints. A bonus action dash, please.
Teddy's in a hurry.
I'm sure it's not you.
I didn't think that it was. I'm following y'all because I don't know if my room is. It's the first night we're here.
I'll go with the group to the actual quarters. I'm not going to try to go talk to Bouchard right now.
Right now.
I'm just gonna
that.
hold that. Listen. I'm gonna fall asleep just holding that ribbon for no reason whatsoever.
No reason whatsoever. All right, heck yeah. All right. Yeah. Making it to the House of Rest. You're welcomed in. There is a room that, of course, was given to you guys. And the room is a shared room. There's beds enough for each of you, but it is closed off. You're not sharing this with any other seekers that may be here, even though there aren't any. It's just you guys.
Alara collapses into a tangle of limbs and almost immediately starts snoring.
Now a reminder, Laura did pass on to Eliadra the information about Daryl.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna tell everyone before we go to bed.
Ooh,
Thank you for
tomorrow.
reminding.
Fiat added to the board.
Theod slowly nods while keeping 2 eyes on Har.
I'm gonna bounce on the bed and lay down and be like, if you get cold, just if you get cold, I'm the best snuggler.
You just get a slow turn away from you from Theod.
Theod claims the farthest bed.
Correct.
I totally
I
forgot
don't
to
know.
mention before Lara collapses into a heap of limbs, she does have this little. It kind of looks like an octopus. It's black and it's like a little ink blobby thing. It's a stuffed animal that's affixed to her pack. She just grabs that really quick before she lays down.
Ellery will just walk by Arhar and shrug. I think you look very snuggle up, cuddle, snuggle.
Come on, Ellie, get in here.
Okay. And she'll sit down and pull her knees up to her chest. And
I am now the big spoon.
Hell yeah. As each of you find your way to rest, whether that be sleep, trance, or just wandering thoughts, I'd like to know what it looks like, what your dreams may be, memories.
Theod, number 1, not used to sleeping in a bed. Number 2, his thoughts bleed into his dreams of that shadowy mass that he didn't see, and his thoughts and dreams are probably thinking worst case, and wondering if it has anything to do with the murder. Don't do that, Faye.
Don't worry about what I'm doing.
It's That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Who would like to pick up the dream ball next? You know what? Oh, do we have a volunteer?
I was gonna say, we already know what I'm trancing about. I'm just remembering that. I'm remembering that awkward interaction I had with Rujani last episode, where I just tried to talk and I couldn't,
Yeah.
and I just it's sort of a fitful trance. Like I'm not too proud of that.
Thinking about all the ways
And
that
that's it.
conversation could have gone better.
Yeah, basically.
I think Ellering, she trances too. She used to because they pulled long shifts in the temple, so used to not sleeping for all night like some people do. But she always sleeps, almost always, unless she's like passed out too hard for some reason. She always sleeps almost like a fetal position. It's always like legs pulled up a little bit, hunched over a little bit. But her dreams are always bright. There's always sunlight. There's always something bright and warm happening, and she's grown to appreciate music that now replays in her dreams as well.
Harhar's dreams are just this almost chaotic and discordant melodies of different musical instruments that somehow come together and make a weirdly coherent symphony. Like it doesn't make sense, but it does at the same time. And it just kind of gives you a look into how her mind is just a little bit fractured, but it still all makes sense.
So she's a middle school band.
Essentially, yes.
I love that.
With the recorder.
Oh,
Oh,
not the
yeah.
recorder.
The recorder as
Absolutely.
the main instrument of the melody.
I love that so much.
I think Lara, her dream starts off where she's back at the Batten Down Garrison in the training room there, and she's sparring with Anchor, but then it changes and it's snowy, and she's kind of recollecting earlier in the day where it was the dummy, but then the dummy transforms and it looks like Telez. And then it transforms, and most of the time it looks like Telez, but sometimes it looks like Daryl, because Daryl was also unpleasant and said some kind of racist and upsetting things. She did not like Dare Bear at all. He doesn't deserve that nickname, and she will not be calling him that anymore. But yeah, she just, it's just a high octane sequence of just how her mind is processing the events of the day.
Yeah. Well, as you all are able to find rest peacefully, you can press your long rest buttons, and we will take our mid-session break here. Come back on our next day. morning comes. It is the second claw of winter. And Elytra and Ellerine, as the two of you are coming to a more clear conscience from your trancing, the two of you can hear some kerfuffle happening outside. Nothing clear, but something.
I'm gonna sit up and look and see, look around the group to see if anyone else is like stirring. I don't know if I would see Ellery moving or not, but
Well, even if Ellerine isn't moving with the same sort of rapidity as you are, this would be at the end of everyone's rest, dawn coming up, so people could be getting up in their own ways, but...
okay. Then if everyone's kind of waking up, I'm gonna be like, what the hell is that?
Or what? Lara's groggy.
There's a, do you hear that outside?
5 more
I
minutes.
was muted.
How dare you?
I know. I can't believe it. If Ellery would have been up by then too, so she hears
Okay.
it too. She would tiptoe to the door just to see if she can get a better listen. Better curious.
Not by reaching the door. It seems like this might be coming from outside the building.
Guys, we
Seattle
should,
will hop up.
yeah, we should go figure out what the hell is going on.
Yeah, Theod'll
All right, everybody.
scamper in that direction.
Am I gonna get to hit something?
Find out.
Well, you were so warm.
You were a wonderful snuggle buddy. Honestly, Theod, you're missing out. I'm just saying.
I'm just gonna pout and follow them. Cold again.
Look at that. See, you made her sad.
As you guys can, throw on your gear for the day, and find yourself following the clamor. As soon as you're out of the house of rest, you all can hear the sort of situation that has developed. It's coming from the bath and steam house here in the Court of Air. And you would be arriving at the same time as you noticed Kai and 3 watchers. You'd also see that there are 2 other figures here, a dwarf and a turtle, who... The turtle seems distraught, and there is a body on the ground.
No.
There's been a second murder.
Do we recognize the body?
As you get closer, you do, in fact, recognize the body, as the body is that one Daryl Ishinti.
Should have given him a Waffle House berry. I don't say that out loud. I just think that. What
I'm gonna
happened? Yeah.
As you speak that aloud, the turtle. I was coming in to sweep and bring in the incense and herbs, and I had seen uh, a strange sight. There was a book, and so I went to go pick it up, and then I saw the body, and I called for help. I don't know what's going on. As the turtle starts to break into tears, the dwarf, you can see he's covered in soot, and now a bit of water as he had helped get the body out. And yeah, I heard an alarm called. Just came from the smithy to see the poor sword at the bottom of the bath and help to get him out.
He was under the water?
Aye.
Where was he? Can you show us?
And you are brought to one of the baths, not very far off, and you can see the water that is kind of splashed out from the attempts to, retrieve the body.
All right. Well, I immediately am going to cast. I'll cast Detect Magic first.
Okay. You don't see anything that you wouldn't expect to see.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to end the concentration on that. And I think I did that, and then cast Enhance Ability for intelligence checks, and then look around, see if I see anything.
Okay. Give me a investigation roll. Say.
Okay. With advantage because of my. Oops. Advantage.
Uh,
18.
As you're looking around this area, you would find near the side of the bath, and some even in the water, there are traces of vomit.
Is his tongue still black?
That would be a medicine check at the body.
Ellery will do that.
Yeah.
I think Lara was intending to stay near the body and look at it some more.
Yeah, 100%.
Rather than going in the bathhouse.
Did she guide herself too?
Yeah. Give yourself
Can Lara give you advantage by pointing out what she remembers from the night before?
I would say no, because everyone was made aware of that.
Okay.
Let's see. And or
This was medicine, not perception.
oh, that it. Same modifier.
Oh, same modifier? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 19 total.
Interesting thing. You do not see any sort of black tongue on Daryl as you are investigating him over, Ellery. what you do find out is that it looks like Daryl drowned and expired sometime within the last few hours, maybe around midnight or the early morning hours. But it seems that there was a heart attack in Daryl before he drowned.
All right, she'll share that.
When everybody is done looking at him and investigating his body, I am going to try and cast Speak with Dead
Okay.
and hope it works this time.
As you go to cast the spell, it seems to take hold.
Okay, I have 5 questions. Hi, Daryl. Nice to see you again. What's the last thing you remember?
Was relaxing with the goldenness.
With the golden what?
Ass.
Golden ass? Like donkey?
Potentially.
Okay.
Do you want
I
that
know
to be
someone's
a
got a
question?
golden.
No, sorry.
I know. That was
Yeah,
Claire.
You gotta be careful when this spell is active.
that's right. Is that a question? Yes, dig it.
How Faye is, or how mean is Faye feeling?
I will say that you have one question asked. You have 4 remaining.
Thank you.
We still have one question.
Please, anyone?
Does this golden ass have a name?
You already know it.
Oh, that's helpful. This is great. This is why I don't talk to dead people.
What is the golden ass name?
The golden ass.
I'm thinking, hold on.
That was 3, I
That's-
believe.
That's 3.
Okay.
Just above table, from what we know about him already and the layout of this, is this? We think this is generally where we expect him to be, or is this like
It's a bathhouse.
it's
He's undressed. It,
okay? Well, I just want to make sure it was like a reasonable place that somebody would end up. It wasn't like some side
I
room
mean,
or something. Like,
hot springs in winter where there's no fires. Yeah. It's a good place to warm up.
Were you with this individual relaxing in a romantic type of way?
to think about that one.
Oh. Sorry, I made myself laugh thinking, what if I asked what this person thinks of me, Shoddy? I'm not going to. That'd be very funny.
I mean, you could ask, but technically they wouldn't hear you because it's my spell, so they wouldn't be able to
Oh,
hear you.
okay. Gotcha.
So you should
So
ask.
does that mean we've only asked 2 questions then?
I mean,
Technically.
Yeah, because technically I asked the one.
Technically.
3.
and-
Well, 3, I guess now.
Three.
Okay, there was a third question. What is the golden ass's name? Was that not asked?
That was me. That was you already know it.
yeah, and then I think someone was trying to get more of that. We'll just play fast and loose with the rules. 3 questions have been asked, and this is our 4th one. Let me- anything. The golden ice isn't very romantic, but a great adventure.
I'm sorry to hear that. All right. Does anybody else have a last question?
What was the last thing you heard? Or
Okay.
saw? Or something to that effect? I don't know.
Did he go straight from the bar to the bathhouse, or did he?
Okay.
So
Did you see anybody on your way to the bathhouse other than the golden ass?
No, it was empty. Aim for peace.
Okay, well, rest well. Bye. You
I think
guys,
I liked it better
I
when he was
don't know.
drunk.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know who has a golden ass, but I would very much like to see it. That's not
Me
something you
too.
come across every day.
Faye, would Theod remember if one of the Dragonborn was golden?
There's Alcris, but I believe he's bronze, not golden. Yeah, bronze dragon.
Can we do like a history check just to see if anybody we've come across might match the description?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a history check.
Just in
Okay,
case.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
Are we
anyone who,
noticing golden butts?
anyone who wants to
Okay.
do this.
Lara is just
Yeah,
gonna
that tracks.
storm into the bathhouse and look for a bottle of something called the Golden Ass. Maybe it's a wine.
For sure. You do have the distraught Tortle who seemed to be the attendant to the bathhouse. She, of course, might be able to help as well. But for the Theod, what was your total history? It didn't come through.
It was a 15.
15. Goodness gracious.
I got a 17.
Yeah. No one that you've seen with a golden complexion. However, if we're talking about golden as in like a very, valuable ash, Eli seems to put a lot of work into his presentation. Definitely could be considered a golden ash. Any one of the watchers, they do a lot of walking. And
They don't skip leg day.
they really don't. And
They
maybe
walk a lot of stairs.
Elytra might be a little biased when thinking of a certain moon elf. But Lara, go ahead, give me an investigation roll to see if you can find any sort of wine titled the Golden Ass.
Why have to be investigation?
You'd definitely be rolling survival for this.
I was thinking maybe like perception, but that's the 12 investigation.
Unfortunately, you were going sniffing for something quite particular. With a 12, you don't see anything. You really don't even see like wines kept here in the bathhouse. Everything here is more oils and tonics that would be utilized for skincare, and there's a small cleaning area.
This guy's a drunk. He would have brought his own golden ass.
You don't see anything here.
Other than the like vomit, are there any other things of note? Any signs of foul play, or
Nothing that
signs?
you've seen. Though you do recall
Okay.
that the turtle woman, she was the first one here. She
Yeah.
was the one that discovered the body.
I'm gonna walk over to the turtle woman, and I'm gonna offer her Bandit, and say, I'm just gonna like reach up to my shoulder, have Bandit hop into my finger, and sort of reach out and say, would you like to scratch my bird's head? You seem shaken.
She's calmed down past the tears at this point, but will reach out and like gently pet Bandit's head. It was just 2 deaths in 2 days. You don't hear anything like this except in perhaps Baldur's Gate or crime novels or things like that.
Yeah. I don't know if you know who we are, but we're the people currently assigned to investigate Genesi's passing. So it was, I guess, good that we were the people that were here to come across this. We'll figure out who did this or what happened.
I very much hope that you do.
Yeah. Is there anything else you can remember about when you first saw him that you haven't mentioned?
All I remember was coming in and seeing the book, and I was picking that up. I saw him in the bath. Then I raised the alarm.
Do you still have the book or know where it is?
Yes, I put it down right over there. And you can see like there's a bench and a slightly damp book that's sat on it.
Okay. Thank you. Does he come here a lot? Do you know him?
I'm familiar with Daryl, yes. Typically, he comes here to sweat out his nights of drinking.
Were you here yesterday or last night at all?
I don't sleep in the bathhouses. I leave in the evening and then I come to tend to it in the morning. He must have come in the hours that I was away.
Okay. I'm just kind of gonna look over my shoulder at the rest of the group to see if there's anything else anyone else wants to ask her while she's petting Bandit.
Theod's going for the book.
Yeah, you get to the book
Yeah.
and you see it's a little damp. Some of the water that's splashed out of the bath seems to have gotten onto the pages, but the cover is prominently displaying this book to be the Golden Ass.
Theod will grab the book and will waddle back towards the group and just hold it up above his head. Ass!
Well, that would have saved us some questions. Okay.
You going to look in the book, or
Yeah, Theod will start thumbing through, see if I can get the sense of what kind of book it is.
It is an epic that speaks of a young boy and his adventures based in his fascination with witchcraft, leading him to be turned into a donkey.
How long is this book? How many pages do you think?
Seeing that it's based on a real book, a lot.
Who's the author?
The author is Apelluus.
The dwarf is still here, right? I assume?
Yes,
Or is he
he's
left?
sort of standing nearby to he seems very awkward, as this is very much not in his wheelhouse.
Yeah. I guess I'll just ask him to, like, is there anything else you remember from the whole situation?
Oh, I just heard Jacinta called for assistance, and I came running. And there was
Yeah.
a dead man in the bath.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna turn to the rest of the group and say, like, maybe if there's nothing else we want to ask these two lovely helpful people if we should have him take Jacinta back somewhere so she can, recover from this.
Be about this point that you hear someone calling out. Investigators!
Shit.
what?
And then as you call back, you see jogging over to you, now aware of where you're at, Fembris.
Oh,
Um,
geez.
This guy.
uh, well, I was on my way. Bookworm wants to meet with you in. And then he stops as he sees the dead body.
Yeah, Fembris, there's been another murder.
We should really tell Bookworm about this.
Do you think?
Why are we so mean to him?
Look, he's just the page boy. Come on, guys, let's go.
He's a nerd. He's got that bullyable face.
Collectively
Lara,
just
just a
decided
little.
we hate this guy.
There's got to be a trash can we could throw him in later or something.
A locker.
Like.
We asked him to take us to a locker so that we can put him in the locker.
I really don't see how this is important to the investigation. Guys, can you let me out? This is, I think, against the intentions of the rules, even if it's not the letter.
Are there any other intelligence checks anyone wants me to make before my spell ends? I think it's good. Is it good for an hour?
It's good for an hour, yeah.
Yeah, an hour. I don't know. If we go somewhere else, it's still active for a bit.
Did we already check the pool itself?
Yeah, there
Did
was.
we check him? We did. Okay.
The pool is who had the vomit.
Gotcha.
Anything else in like around the pool? Signs of a scuffle or stuff knocked over?
No, there's just the sort of wet patch from where they pulled the body out.
Are there any other wet footprints
Just the
going
ones.
off in a different direction?
Nope, just the ones that are accompanied by, the drops of pulling a body out.
You said Bookworm should know?
Yeah, if there's been another death, maybe another murder, definitely something we should let Bookworm know about.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to take a big deep breath, bud. Do you want to hold Bandit too for a second?
Just for a second.
I'm gonna turn to Bandit. It's his decision.
Bandit, seeing that you're looking at him, there's a moment where he just sort of preens his arm under the wing before he'll flutter over.
Okay. I was like, is Bandit also going to believe him?
No, but Bandit thinks very highly of himself, and he needs everyone to know that.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. He should.
Yeah, okay, Jitters, you're with us now. Laura will kind of pat him on the back. Probably a little bit too hard. Not to be mean, she's just energetic.
Yeah. It just, it was gonna be, I thought it was gonna be an easy day, you guys go in, you give your report, and then complication first thing in the morning. It's fine. You guys are professionals, right?
Yeah. You bet.
We should get business cards. Anyway, let's go.
With no further business yet. It's a starting to be familiar walk into the inner wards, specifically heading to the chapter house of exaltation. And you see Bookworm there. She smiles at you. She pulls her robes closer. Well, I hope this morning has treated you well.
If you count a dead body as treating, which I don't, but I mean, some people might.
Her face sort of shifts. A dead body? What just happened?
Well, somebody died. That's usually how we get a dead body, but still figuring out how they died. A heart attack is how they died, probably, but anyway.
Do you believe this to be connected to Keeper of Tomes?
I mean, yeah. Duh.
We had,
Is there
didn't you say you had a? Hang on, group huddle. And she's gonna turn around to you guys and just whisper, like, quietly, are we sharing the information about the Black Tongue?
Is she a suspect?
Don't know.
Fiat, is she on the board?
Not yet.
As you guys are in this huddle,
Okay.
you hear the door open to the chapter house. This is that council chamber you were in originally. And you see Tadric, the watcher that was overseeing Genasi's chamber when you were investigating it. He comes in and he's breathless, as if he was rushing here. You can see that he is distressed. And very loudly, the gate warden's missing.
Missing how? Like, how do we know he's missing?
He's not been seen all morning, and he's not replying to any sendings.
Where does he usually go? And has anyone checked the front gate to make sure it's still closed?
We've already checked all the places that... It's not abnormal that Kalan skips the morning briefing, but we can't find him in the Sea Warden's Tower, we can't find him in the Arcanium, the Infernal Fortress, the Immortal Chambers, or the Chambers of Lost Law. He's gone.
Did you check the front gate?
There's no reason to think that Kalan would be so reckless as to leave in a time like this.
Well, you can't find him. So maybe you should look in the last place that you would think he'd be.
I came here because I was hoping that our investigators would be able to help, and that I needed to alert the person in charge as he turns to Bookworm.
What does his facial expression look like when he turns to Bookworm after saying the person in charge? And if that is an insight check, then I would like to make one.
I am rolling an
Same.
insight check right now.
Thank you.
Oh. As you were seeing that, you would notice that Tadric's face is guarded for the most part, but what you're able to pick up on is a challenge. Maybe not quite suspicion, but there is something there. He's not quite, perhaps on the best footing with Bookworm, but you don't know the details behind why.
Sweetie, we would be happy to go look for the old guy.
As he turns to face you, you hear Bookworm. I think this is actually a very important thing to do. If you could go investigate this, and Tadric, go act as their adjutant, facilitate this. I'd like to have a report as soon as you have an idea of what's going on. Tadric will give a nod and approach your group. We've got our orders, though I have no idea where to start. As I said, we've already checked the areas that he would usually be found.
Check the areas he's not usually found.
I was gonna say, Ellie, is nobody listening?
We have
I don't.
all of Candlekeep to check areas that he wouldn't usually be found. It would take days.
Do we pick like a couple of places that we think might hit, or do we split up? Pick a bunch of places.
I've got a thought. Is this not something we can delegate? Because the timing of this request seems a little bit interesting, because we're searching for a needle in a haystack, and it kind of seems like maybe our attention is intentionally being drawn somewhere, or it doesn't need to be when it should be somewhere else.
What is... Actually, I don't need you to answer that question. I have the answer to that question.
Is.
As Laura's speaking that aloud, Ellery,
Uh-huh.
delegation perhaps would be something here, except that at this point, you have been directed by the acting head to investigate this. There is something perhaps important with the fact that Kalan is missing. The gate warden being the head of security here at Candlekeep. And with your passive insight, you start thinking as well. You would notice that, recalling back from some of the tour and explanations that you were given, everywhere that's been noted as a place that has been checked for Kalan, they're either the guards tower where you would have your briefings and reports, or lecture halls, classrooms, areas of higher learning. They don't seem to be any real personal areas.
Oh. And she's listening to this, and they're thinking about this, and then Laura mentioned something. She'll finally and well, yeah, the places you mentioned, they're kind of like public places, and that makes sense. That's where he does his duties and things. But maybe there's like his private chambers or other more, personal areas. Maybe we should check there first, anyway.
I mean, we can try. We haven't entered his apartments, but we have been trying to reach him, but we've gotten no reply.
Well, look, I mean, some people just sleep hard, or get drunk too hard or something. No offense, Laura. You're wonderful when you're drunk. And well, I just, maybe he just, knocked himself out by accident or something. Let's just check there first. If that's no good, we can go from there. Maybe, never know. Maybe he has notes or something there. Maybe he said, "I was going to, the back of the book racks or something for some reason."
Okay. And Tadric will lead you to the door of the gate warden's apartment, which is locked.
Do you have like a key or something, or
No.
yeah? Do you want to pick the lock or something?
Rules?
But we got the guide with us. He'll vouch for us, right? Right?
You're not stealing. And as he does this, you can see that he makes a gesture and should make it easier for you.
Good.
So,
Theod will pick the lock.
roll me a sleight of hand check.
35, natural 20.
It
You
wasn't
picked that
locked at
lock
all.
so good.
He didn't
You
even
just
need to
kinda
make
goes,
it easy for you. He didn't even need to do that for you.
What did he do?
He dispelled the arcane lock.
Oh, sick.
which would have bumped the DC needed by 10, but with a 35.
Suck it, Doc.
All right. The chambers here aren't the aren't like the more drab ones. They're actually the largest here that you've seen. Um, but they are the furthest from the gatehouse. It's got these plush, thick furred rugs, expensive furniture. There's even a golden bathtub here. There's a locked glass cabinet with some potions within it. There's a chest, also it seems to be locked. There are shelves full of books, a reading desk, a workstation with alchemical and arcane apparatus. And it seems strangely quiet. Like you don't hear the outside world when you're in this area.
Has it been more than an hour? Would my thing still be active?
I'd say you've got a few minutes left on it.
Okay, then real quick, I'm gonna look around, investigate.
All right, give me an investigation roll.
Ooh,
Another nat 20.
juicy, 25.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice that was a nat 20.
Yeah. You would find, as you're looking around, moving things around on the desk, see what's in there, a paper slides out from one of the books that you move. And it is a small strip, and you see written upon it, "Meet me at the Pont de Paramore at midnight. Let none see you. S."
Wow. I'm going to take that and I'll message the other group members and tell them. I don't want to say it in front of that guy just in case. And tell them what it says. Do I find anything else?
Nothing besides what has already been made mention. The locked desk.
Okay.
I would say, actually, no, with a fucking 25 on that. Both the chest and the glass cabinet have arcane, like the shimmerings of arcane workings along them. They are probably arcanely trapped.
Okay. I am also going to point that out to people, and I'm going to sort of look at Theod when I message him in a very particular way. Like, don't touch.
The only word you get back is rules.
You're doing great, bud. Okay. Well, we know where he might have gone, so
Well, you have a name. Do you know where Pont de Paramour is?
I don't know, do we?
Do you?
no. No.
Well, you've got two people who would know. You've got Fembris and Tadric.
Yeah.
Cutie. Cutie.
I feel more comfortable asking Fembris. I feel.
That's okay. I'm gonna go bat my eyelashes at Tadris.
Yeah, you can go bet your eyelashes at Tadric. Um, what do you say?
Hey, cutie. Do you know where this place is?
Yeah. It's a nickname. There's a bridge. It's to the southwest of Exaltation. Young ones in their flirtations, they like to hang out there during the warmer months.
What do they do there?
I'm sure you can imagine all sorts of things, don't they?
I mean, I can, but I'd rather hear from you. But I have a better idea. Do you want to go? I think we should go. I think we have a lead.
If you think that there are answers waiting at Pont de Paramount, sure, we can go.
I grab his hand and make him lead me.
Oh, while this is going on, Leotra, you can approach Fembris.
Well, I like start to walk up to him, and then that happens, and I'm like, oh, well, I guess we're already going to the. Hey, Fembris, what do you think of Ushadi?
I mean, she's, a very, she's very respectable, in her standing. So, sometimes, I worry that I'm not good enough. But then I see someone who's like Fushadi, and then I'm like, no, I am.
Do you know if she likes ribbons?
I can't say that I've ever asked her, but to
Fembris, what are you good for? Okay.
wait, no, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you give ribbons to people that you like? Like is that
Well,
the
my
thing
bird
that...
told me to.
Oh, I was because
My bird. So look, I trust my bird with my life, and he suggested nesting materials, so that's what I'm doing. Why do you ask?
There's someone that I want to impress, and I don't think that she's noticed me. So.
Well, I mean, if I feel I trust Bandit's judgment, so I would say get her some nesting material.
And ribbon is a nesting material?
According to Bandit. Bandit's never wrong.
Okay, alright. Yeah, I'll look for ribbon.
I just sort of reach out and just kind of awkwardly pat his shoulder and then turn to leave with the group. What is happening?
What
Hillary
is
is just
happening?
shaking her head the whole time. Just like, oh my gosh. Like, he finds this very amusing.
Ellery's about to get a ribbon.
Is she?
I don't know.
One way to find out.
Like she has noticed him plenty. Okay, it's just
I am just waiting for the tonal whiplash of this campaign.
I'm playing my own separate story over here.
Yeah, with the spells are only useful for talking to animals. Yeah, animals in Waffle House.
Hey, I've found a lot of information.
Hey,
Done a lot of
hey,
investigation.
Waffle House. That's one and the same at Waffle House. Okay, like.
So it's not long to get to Pont de Paramore, which is this covered bridge. And by this point, the morning mist is cleared, so you can see the waters, you can see everything that's here. Which I'll ask for, since you are here investigating a lead, investigation rolls.
Pen.
Woohoo!
Hi.
$17.
Oops, I rolled intimidation. I should have known. I had a positive modifier. I actually got an 8.
All right.
Still did better than I did.
So, we'll start with Har and Ellarine. This lovely picturesque scene. You can see why people come out here. Lara, with an 8, you notice that one of the rails has been damaged here. Looks like something smashed against it. You've seen damage like that before. Theod, you'd also take notice of the rails, but your attention is drawn away from the rails and into the snow nearby. You see large, tiger-sized claw marks, as well as two separate pairs of humanoid boots in the snow. Elytra, taking in all of this, what really catches onto your attention is near the broken rail, but on the planks of the actual bridge itself. Blood. You see drops of blood.
I'm a hunter, you know. Can I lean down, sniff it, maybe do a little touch my fingers to it, lick the fingers, tell if it's humanoid or a beast?
I will say you can roll either medicine or nature for this.
Weirdly, my medicine is higher. Okay. Well, I guess because it's wisdom. That makes sense. Oh, 22.
I'd say that with that, you can tell that it is human.
Well, it's human.
Theod would point out to the group the claw marks and the footprints in the snow.
Did you say where the footprints led? Sorry.
All of them lead
Like in what direction?
so you've got the one set leading to the bridge itself. And then you've got the claw marks and another set leading to that broken rail.
Okay. Well, I'll look over the rail, see what's down there.
The water.
Mm.
Do the claw marks just appear suddenly? There's no like signs of like an animal's footprints anywhere in the vicinity?
Nope. Just sudden claw marks.
If we look downstream, can we see within eyesight range, like see anything? Like any marks on the shore or anything where somebody maybe tried to climb out or anything like that?
You notice that there's a waterfall not too far downstream that leads out into the sea.
Well, that's not great.
Can I
Let me
climb
see if we
down
look.
off the bridge and get to the snow and just kind of look around down there and follow the prints a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. Give me another investigation roll.
Natural one. I'm going to use my heroic inspiration. 21.
21. As you get
Mm.
down into the snow, it's right at the same point of the broken rail. You couldn't see it before, but now that you're here a little closer, you see broken lead chain links that are buried in the slush.
And did the footprints lead to anything?
No.
I will take one of the broken chains.
Okay.
I'll climb back up. And I will raise the broken chain link and once again shout, glue.
Am I correct in assuming that Har is still with Tadric nearby?
Oh, she is flirting so hard.
You would notice then Har as you hear, of course, when Theod comes back and pronounces clue. You would notice where Tadric's eyes sort of narrow and his brow furrows.
What's wrong, sweetie?
Nothing.
Come on, don't lie to me. I can see something's wrong.
Roll of persuasion.
28.
It's just putting things in perspective, that's all.
Yeah, perspective's hard.
I think perhaps we go back to Bookworm. I don't think that whatever happened here was... I feel very strongly that Cologne did not make it out.
just like give him a side hug to try and console him.
He seems receptive to it.
Aw.
Hair flip. Pigtail flip.
Pigtail flip, bat's eyelashes.
Yep.
Give him a ribbon.
Give him a ribbon.
Hey, I think I've got one.
I'll go for him, I guess.
All right.
Could I try and make a memory check? Because I don't think it was specifically mentioned at the last session.
Mm-hmm.
But Lara noticed. No. Yeah, Lara noticed that there were 4 people not at the memorial. Telez, the gate warden, Silvira, and Daryl.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try and make some kind of memory check to see if I remember seeing Feminor at the memorial?
Yeah. Roll for me. I'll say history.
Hang on. Nope, it's not one of the things I can. Never mind. I am so upset.
Don't worry. There's still a whole second half to this thing.
16?
16. Yeah. You would have seen Feminor there. So, returning to Bookworm, you would see that she has a couple of papers in her hands, and she's making notes. And she looks up. Oh, investigators. I do hope that we have found Kalan. And Tadric's the one that will step up and believe Kalan to be more permanently lost to us than just missing. Oh. Oh, I see. That is, quite the damper. I hope that this won't dim the casket ball tournament.
I'm sorry, the what?
Every month, on the second day, there is a casket ball tournament. It's held in the Oval Theatre. I must admit, I considered cancelling the event, but I feel that it is important for the community to have some semblance of normality in this time.
When is that taking place?
Shortly. I would assume that the teams are getting ready right now.
Oh, like
Oh,
today?
like a game, not a. Oh, okay, no, I'm with you now. All right.
Today's the second day of the month, yes. Most all of the avowed will be there, wishing to continue your investigations, or you could take a break and participate. It's quite fun, though my knees can't hold up with the activities these days.
Lara noticeably perks up.
The way that people are dying around here, maybe having a casket ball is not a bad thing. Just use them in a casket and. No, no, okay.
Yeah, that was clever.
Thank you. But they didn't laugh at my jokes either at the temple. It's fine. You said just about everybody. Who would not probably go to this?
Those that are on duty, watchers, particularly, or others that are called to their chores and duties, but most everyone else will be there. I mean, I'm even planning on taking my work while I sit in the stands. When I can no longer play, I do find myself an enjoyable spectator. Why don't you accompany me to the Oval Theatre, and you can decide there if you'd like to stay and watch the games or partake. I'm sure that we could squeeze you onto a team.
What does this game involve?
You have a ball, of course, and you are trying to get the ball into the casket. It's a basket on the other side of the team. Teams go against each other, you see.
Oh, basket. See, I thought she said casket, and I was like really confused why you'd have like a casket out there with dead people and stuff.
It's a casket. It's a crate, a container.
Okay, you really ought to consider renaming this. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But it's a very brutal sporting affair. You are, of course, playing in cassocks. While there is no magic allowed, most everything else is, aside from closed fists, headbutts, deliberate arm breaks or eye gouges. But other than that, whatever you need to do to get the ball into the casket.
We're deliberate's putting in a lot of work there.
We have had some people in their youth be a little what's the best word I can use to describe this?
Exuberant.
Rowdy.
Oh, is the rowdy frowned upon?
And when it becomes breaking and opposing members armed, yes.
So punch, don't break.
No, no closed fist punching. But
Okay, open hand
So
hitting.
I can slap a bitch, though.
it was one of my preferred techniques when I was on the field.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
I get my face, punched a bunch back at the training grounds anyway, so just make me feel like Ryan's still here.
So, as you make it to the Oval Theater, it has been cleared of snow, and you can see a lot of Avowed are coming here. They're very excited as they start filling up, and there is a young Dragonborn who is calling out to the crowd. We need one more team. We're looking for one more team. Any takers?
That's us.
Yeah.
Come on, Laura. Pushes Laura over.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it.
All right.
I'll say her, but we'll be there too.
I will use thaumaturgy to cheer them on.
A complete team is going to be five people. So you could all partake, or it can be a mixed group of some players, some NPCs.
What
Well played.
skill set is needed for this?
It's a sport, so, but it's also a dexterity sort of accuracy based sport. But you've also heard that it's a very bruising and punishing one.
I'll play.
Okay. Are we volunteering Theod to play?
The
Use
odds
the
in.
ball.
Theod's the
Oh no.
Come on, Teddy.
All right. So yeah, as your group goes up, the Dragonborn seems very relieved. You fill out as team number 8. Do you have a name?
The investigators. No?
Okay.
I thought,
It's not going to be perhaps it'll work. As he writes it down. So, you have, as you can see the roster as you get ready, Quill or Be Quilled, Girls Avowed, the Candle Vandals, Relentless Tossers, Doe or Donut, that is the question, Stone Cold Quillers, and Scribal Warfare.
Yep. I'm gonna look out over the crowd. I assume there's a crowd.
Yeah.
Let's see if I spy any moon elves in the crowd.
As you look over the crowd, you do see that there are some moon elves, but you do not see Vushani.
Back at the door, being responsible.
Oh, of course. She's got a duty.
Yeah. Yes, she does.
Mm-hmm. So,
Oh wait, before it starts.
yes.
Oh wait, they said no magic. No magic during? Can I do magic before to buff myself?
If you can get away with it.
Because I could enhance ability, either strength or dexterity. Probably strength. Yeah, sure, yeah. I'll enhance my strength.
Okay.
Then Ellering will touch Lara, just like on the arm, and look at her and be like, "You got this, right?" And she will use her innate elven magic to cast Longstrider on her.
All right.
I could have also cast Longstrider, but no.
Well, as you all prepare in these ways, I will say that we will pick up our next session with our games of Casketball, so that way I can get you guys the rules ahead of that session.